I think he had a 30+ KDA in the Casper Cup when he was playing Lee Sin only, and didn't spend a lot of time in the main role of jungle for the regular split. Score was here for the majority, so we haven't been treated to too much Lee Sin.
Right now, it feels like KT are on another level to Jin Air. Not a huge thing to proclaim, but still a surprise with how the year has gone. What a year it has been. Two proud orgs of the LCK, KT and Jin Air for the LCK era, have been there since day one. Still looking likely both might still be there, but only one team can cement their spot today. The return of happy tidings of 2017 and 2018 for BDD. He jumps back on one of his global champions, the Taliyah.
Yep, exactly right. So expect a lot of mid-game shenanigans with people being able to turn up in the nick of time for KT. See how it goes here in Game 3. Back here from Chongo. Smeb into the Shroud, looking to put some abuse onto Linderon.
So the sound that comes up when you, I guess, register your passive, doesn't it sound like another League of Legends client sound? Kind of like a re-sound that you saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Smeb might actually be dead here. Doesn't have flash, remember, but there's the backflip. Not enough, because Linderon still has his F button, and that is going to be the matchup that we wanted out of Linderon after his performance on the rise.
And press your F buttons in respect. Turn it down. There will be a summoner advantage for Akali and a huge mobility advantage with her kit. He'll have Hex Drinker to tank a gank. As we watch the replay, and remember, he was one Q away from this solo kill in the previous game. The moment it arms, Smeb knows that sadly, he's dead.
Yep. Linderon can tank up the turret just fine. Things are okay. Fans in the audience really excited to see the Linderon that we saw 2 days ago. Rift Herald is being done, but with the control that Jin Air have at the moment, it should be taken. Umti still wants to go for it. See whether he can get into smite range. It is very, very low. I believe the Q did land. Gets on over. I don't know who actually managed to steal that one as Malrong moves on over, gets the knockup, but is going to hit the death chamber. And there we are. The gargoyle's in, and Chongo just says, get out of my face, Smeb. You can take the kill of Linderon to try and get some revenge.
Linderon does suicide to pick up the Eye of the Herald, but that's all he's going to get. They're waiting him out. They can give it to whoever they want. Let's see who they give it to. Surely.
Oh my goodness, he turned it around. It is Smeb that locks up the kill, but that was just sloppy play from KT.
I may be your papa, but don't play with your food, kids. What we're learning from this one. They played and tried to pass it off to the opportune person, to Smeb, to get to the Gunblade faster. Playing with their food got them into trouble. This all became a contest. The Rift Herald Eye was hit, and they actually fell below 2,000, so there was no ability to burst it from 2,000. They have to give it to Aatrox, and he has to die to pick up the Eye of the Herald, but he actually gets the trade kill that should never have happened.
Yeah, Smeb invests a whole lot to try and get over there. I believe held onto the flash, so that's okay, but obviously just walking up here, it's really not what you want. Actually comes back into the queue. That was really strange.
It was that awkward spot where they wanted to hand it to Smeb easily.
Yeah, here for Smeb, and looks like he is going to be heading towards that ASAP. No knock up here for Malrong from BDD. Throws some pebbles at him. Q lands, and the stopwatch has to be used. Flag and drag on cooldown. Cataclysm the only option, but Malrong finally does get out. Snowcloud turns up first though, and Umti, he's very low, but it doesn't seem to matter. That's a great use of the blast cone and the tumble there from Root to get him out of harm's way, but still had to use the flash.
Exactly. In the trailing fight after the initial action, more summoners are used by Jin Air.
And they're speeding down there. The Cloud Drake helping out there as well as Weaver's Wall's going to come forward. He jumps off, and now they've trapped the Braum and the Vayne. This is the one they prepared earlier with that flash being down. Turret falls, and the Vayne's going to follow.
You just never hit the ground. They were up in the air and then dead. Nice move from K to get the bonus kill. The item timings as these plays were happening were better for Jin Air. They had full Nashors compared to building blocks for the Taliyah. They had a nice item lead at top, but now we return to seeing the crimes. Speaking of crimes.
Yep, that's going to be 3 people trying to smash down Linderon. He does have the World Ender, but I think his world is the one that's under fire. Unfortunately, second charge of the ultimate's there for Smeb. BDD picks up the kill with some rocks that he throws at the Aatrox. 4 members top lane for KT. This might be the turret.
And if you just kind of close your eyes, Atlas casters, and think back to 2017 with these kill delivery systems of BDD first roaming everywhere, it feels like Longzhu again.
With Root being dead.
Yep.
Basically.
It just feels like we're seeing the Longzhu gaming squad that was so domestically dominant in that season. Here's the all-in.
Yeah, Chongo looking for it. Doesn't actually find any value. The face call timing was stunning out of Zenit. 4 versus 3, and KT were the ones playing aggressive at the end of that engage.
But pop goes the threat because the Fates, it's largely gone, but still in the vernacular. Speaking of vernacular.
Yeah, Chongo's dead. That's the vernacular that we need for this particular opportunity. Zenit just takes him out with the Ren. As you were saying.
He's going to take down a Cloud Drake. Yep, as you mentioned, great boilerplate kill there. Very, very straightforward. A lot of burst. Gold lead being completely thrown on to the members of Jin Air. Feels cruel. Root, who hasn't been able to get going in this game number 3. Chongo coming the most defensively way around, but here's the wall.
Yep, BDD's going to turn up. Linderung is being held out of this fight as they take down the turret. Fight on multiple fronts, but Umpty, he's out of there. Linderung trying to fight 1 versus 2. But elsewhere on the map, Talia's already got 1. Snowflower going very low, but the Silver Bolts, he can't find the last one, can root. And Jin Air find nothing.
They use the Unbreakable to stop the wall from swinging them up, but unfortunately it's still, like you say, a couple of skirmishes happen. Another sack of gold in their pockets. Unbreakable used to stop the wall, but sadly that means not there for damage. And KT right now are Death Reapers, it feels like the Shinigamis with all the damage they have.
Yeah, precisely. Even Snowflower able to Fates call his way forward. I think he tanked a turret shot, but straight up didn't care, just wandered away. KT still not starting anything up as there are confused pings going over towards that Baron pit. Zenit actually wants this one. Snowflower flashing in, looking for Root, but he has the flash in order to get him out. Zenit also going to trade his as Linderung, he's in the bouncy castle. He's going to get taken out before the ultimate can even get used as Root tries to find Smeb, but Smeb's in the shroud. Another taunt from Snowflower. Jin Air members are just falling left, right, and center. Chongo trying to stand his ground, but he's underneath his inner turret, and KT have their eyes on Baron.
LS in the chat today, not in the car, so we don't get the full Yelp review of that meal, and I'm thinking about eating it too. That's how good it is, Atlas, the review.
There seems to be a lot on offer.
The high-res photos are pretty important. We're going to watch some glossy photos of the previous fight, if you want to call it that way. Linderung just didn't seem to predict BD coming in, so didn't know. That's a bit of a whoopsie moment, and from there, the wallet smacking emote is definitely proverbial in this case. They take down everyone where they stand, and they take an S-tier Baron team, and they make it an S-tier everything team.
Yeah, an S-tier murdering Jin Air team is what it feels like.
The Blessed RNG, I'm not sure which side it's on. It seems to be on the Jin Air side. Tournament. They still have not made playoffs as top side.
Yeah, he doesn't have Q, but Malrung doesn't have his life. And that's bad news. Zenit now, Fates call, good double knock-up. Justice Punch lands as well. That's the double kill. BDD grabs 1, Emperor's Divide, just to get them out of the way, but Zenit still wants more. The turret smacking onto him does have himself a stopwatch and a GA, so there was no way that he was going down, and the base is going to be broken. Linderung has to come back because he can't deal with the Akali, and the rest of his base is being destroyed.
It's definitely a lesser catharsis moment, but a couple of days ago we saw Teddy leave Jin Air and become LCK Spring 2019 champion. There's certainly an air of it being on the nose that Umpty is in the lineup for all 3 games.
Of Umpty and some pretty fantastic performances in the earlier matches. We're going to see this fight one more time, and Malrung, this is about all he can do as the Warrior job, and at this stage he needs to try and come in and cause a ruckus. It's just not enough.
If you're going to go Warrior Jarvan with a team that needs a front line for Vayne and Azir for armor reduction per auto.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Very strange. And KT are now looking for the fight. Fates Call does come in. It's more of a zoning Fates Call. They're looking for the final inhibitor more than anything else. It's respectful play here from KT, but it's still decisive. And the base is in tatters. We're running out of turrets to take here on this map. 2 Nexus turrets. There's the flick onto Malrung. He's burning down, and Smeb's going to shoot him to death with his gunblade. Nexus turret's falling. Umpty looking for the kick flash. Actually, his kicks root out of the fight and into his own fountain. That was a whoopsie, but it doesn't even really matter here as Smeb has a shroud well and truly inside the base of Jin Air. They are getting torn apart. The Talia eventually falls as finally there's a kill going over to Chongo. He gets a double, but does get paid for in the end. Zenit is the one to trade that one in as Linderung. That Hex Drinker's not looking like it's enough to deal with Smeb. As in goes Umpty. He's now on the base, and he's dead. Oh, yeah, thought he was dead. Definitely is, and that's going to be the Nexus falling down. KT with the 3-0 over Jin Air. Felt like it was going to be that way after the Game 1 performance, and it certainly was.
And when you're 13,000 gold and an Infernal Drake ahead, there are no mistakes in how you close it out. Just happy accidents.
I don't know, if you were watching,
it's not going to be the easiest thing to work out. not quite sullen faces from Jin Air because it's the winner's match today and not an elimination match, but unfortunately, when you lose the winner's match, you're reminded that the entirety of your future rests on just a single best of 5.
Well, now also KT get to perform that mental reset. They have a little bit of extra time, and they can feel happy that it didn't look close in any of their matches here in the promotion tournament. And you got to hold on to anything that you can possibly get, and KT Rolster is never a name that you would assume would even be close to the promotion tournament. The fact that we're in that world is insane, but the best thing is that they didn't make it look like they deserved to be there.
They were not relegated after being champions, but
yeah.
The only thing I'm going to really, as I guess kind of a hard taskmaster,